Dawnshard? Dawnshard? Want to talk some Dawnshard? I want to talk some Dawnshard. Welcome to the Ponderings of Pete. I'm Pete Wagger, and let's talk about Dawnshard. Hey, Editing Pete here. Just wanted to let you know that I'm splitting this video into two. This is this non-spoiler section. Look forward to the spoiler section later on this week. Spoilers. I just wanted to let you know about the spoilers in this video are mostly just Stormlight Archive spoilers. If there's spoilers for other parts of the Cosmere, I will let you know. Yeah, that's it. Enjoy the video. This is my first Sanderson video, so I'm really excited to shoot a Sanderson video. Just talk about Sanderson in general, because Brando Sando is thebomb.com, obviously. Who doesn't think that? Well, plenty of people don't think that. What am I saying? I really like Brandon Sanderson, and I'm excited to talk about Dawnshard. So let's get into the non-spoiler section. So, Dawnshard. What did I like? What did I not like? What do I think about this video? Should you read it? Well, yes, you should read it. It's Brandon Sanderson. But that's besides the point. First off, this is an interlude book. I say interlude book, it means short story novella. This is the second Stormlight Archive novella he has published. The first being Edge Dancer, which takes place between Words of Radiance and Oathbringer. Dawnshard takes place between Oathbringer and Rhythm of War. So it's kind of Stormlight 3.5. So essentially you do not... First off, I should say that you do not need to read Dawnshard in order to enjoy Rhythm of War. There's minor spoilers for Dawnshard in the first few preview chapters of Rhythm of War, but they're very minor. They're very minor story beats, honestly, that actually get spoiled. The major stuff that happens in Dawnshard, you're really not going to be able to tell is actually in Rhythm of War because of how it ends. That being said, I really liked the book. It was very Indiana Jonesy. So it's like, hi, there's this mysterious place, Amiya. And there is somebody who is the captain, not really the captain of a ship, Risen. And she has a lizard, Chiri. I say lizard, but she's actually what's called a Larkin, which means Chiri can eat investiture, which is very interesting and eventually is sort of explained. If you're wondering, if you're curious about what Larkins are and where they come from, this book actually talks about that. If you're curious about the island of Amiya and what the heck happened there, this book sort of talks about that. It's an exploration of one of these small islands of Amiya, not the big one, because that one's like scattered, and really goes in depth with Risen's character. And the great thing about that is, if you haven't read Oathbringer, spoilers of course, Risen is paralyzed. During one of the interludes in Oathbringer, she jumped off of a great shell and broke her back. And even then, she should have died from the fall that she suffered. When Brandon was putting out this book, he was specifically asking for beta readers that were paralyzed so that he could, or wheelchair bound, so that he could better understand and better portray Risen's affliction, which was very masterful. I really liked how he did it with Risen. You really, even if you're not in that situation, you really connect with the combination of helplessness and I want to do my own thing. Like, there was a very fine balance between the two, because you don't have the use of your legs, so you kind of feel trapped. And so every little thing that you can do for yourself makes you feel more and more free. I didn't necessarily understand that until I read this book. Like, I don't have, any friends that are wheelchair bound or anything like that. So that was something that I think Brandon did an excellent job of portraying in this book, because that's what he wanted to, and he did his research. And when he does his research, and he does an excellent job. Chiri was cool. I really like the lore that built up around Chiri, and Larkins in particular. I really like the explanations. Speaking of lore, Dawnshard is huge on lore. Like, the implications of what you learn in Dawnshard are ginormous. So if you're looking for like pieces of the Cosmere puzzle, read this book, because there's a huge piece in it. And I'll talk more about that in the spoiler section. The other characters that are in this book, Cord, Lopin, and Huyo. I'm probably butchering that third name. So, Cord. Cord is Rock's daughter. It's actually offered to see if Rock can go with them to EMEA, but Cord comes with them instead because of Cord's unique ability that the Horn Eaters have that Rock has demonstrated before. The Lopin and Huyo come because they need some radiance, specifically Windrunners. And honestly, it was really nice seeing some other sides to the Lopin's character and seeing Huyo, who is the Lopin's cousin, interact. We see a new side to the Windrunners. And I'll talk more about specifically what that was during the spoiler section. But because we have Huyo, who's the Lopin's cousin, and the Lopin interacting, it was very interesting. Another character that is in this book is Rushu, who we see Rushu a little bit in Oathbringer. We see her more, we're going to see her more in Rhythm of War. So she is an Ardent, and she joined the Ardentia because she didn't want to get married. She wanted to focus on her work. She wanted to focus on all the fun stuff, the engineering and all that jazz. So she's basically one of Navani's, I think some people describe them as pet Ardents. So the Navani sponsors. You know, Rushu was sent along with them because of Risen and her legs. And we actually get some interesting Fabrial stuff that happens in this book as well. So, why should you read Dawnshard? Cosmere puzzles. If you really like the Cosmere and you really want to learn more about the Cosmere puzzle, read this. Brandon also had some interesting annotations on Reddit to Dawnshard that I will talk about in the spoiler section as well, so come back after you've read it. If you really like how Brandon portrays, you know, different mental illnesses or other things, just how he represents people, read it, because Risen's representation with her, I think it's paraplegia, is really moving and helps, you know, will help you understand, but you will definitely connect with it if you're, yeah, it's really, really good how he portrays her. Why else would you read Dawnshard? The Lopin, obviously. Who doesn't like the Lopin? I mean, I'm sure there's people that really don't like the Lopin. But seeing another side of the Lopin, especially in his interactions with his cousin, learning more about Cord, who I think in the second era of Stormlight might become more of a character. That's my personal opinion. But seeing more of Cord's character is very revealing, just to see how Rock influenced her a little bit, and just seeing what hearing more about the Horn Eater Peaks is also a big plus as well, because she talks a little bit about that. So, big implications, Cosmere, learning about EMEA, learning more. I will say you learn more about the Sleepless, who have been said to come from EMEA. So, yeah. Editing Pete again. Since I didn't record an outro, I had to record one afterwards. So, thanks for watching this non-spoiler Dawnshard video. I appreciate you watching. If you've read Dawnshard, go ahead and head on over to the Dawnshard spoiler video, because that'll be up. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like. If you didn't like this video, I don't know what to tell you. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and turn on that notification bell. Yeah, thanks.